Alrighty, so here we are at Box Office Buddies. Every week I review a movie with a different friend. This week my buddy is Jess.
Hello.
So we have Annihilation. And this is a movie starring Natalie Portman, Oscar Isaac, Gina Rodriguez, Jennifer Jason Leigh, Tessa Thompson. And it's basically about this thing that appears somewhere in the United States on the East Coast, I guess, called the Shimmer. And no one who goes in ever comes out. So they're going to go exploring and find out what it is. I like sci-fi. I really do. It's one of my favorite genres, but it has to be top-notch for me to like it. I find when sci-fi isn't at its highest level, it doesn't work. So what was this? Was this a successful sci-fi or was it lacking? Why don't you start and let everyone know what you thought?
I think I need to see it again to really say like they totally landed it. It's really awesome, or say no, they really like messed it up. And I don't know if that's a good thing.
Okay.
Okay, so I have to just say right off the bat, this movie is based off of a novel, or a series of novels actually. It's a trilogy.
Right. Yeah.
And I read that before the movie came out, and so I was really excited about this movie.
You actually approached me like almost 3 months ago.
It's like, I'm seeing this movie and
can I see Annihilation with you? And I was like, sure.
You're like, it's gonna suck. Yeah, because it came out in February and it's sci-fi, the biggest risks ever. And so I really wanted to like it, and so that's another reason why I think I'm having a hard time, is because I'm judging it a little bit through the lens of the book. So I had to really just turn off my brain from the book and really watch the movie. And I think that's why I have to rewatch it, probably. I think I liked it, but I also have problems with it, I think.
Okay.
But I don't. I'm sorry. It's so vague. I'm really sorry. The acting was great. It was beautiful. It was scary sometimes. I
am surprised you say you would want to sit through that again.
You really didn't like it, eh?
No. It had its positive elements. You mentioned the acting. Of course, Natalie Portman is an A-list
and Oscar
star.
Isaac.
These guys have chops.
Yeah.
What I really appreciated was it was different. It was creative. This isn't that same old sci-fi story that we've seen 100 times, you know.
Yeah.
This was something different, and I was curious as to where it was going, and and even where it went wasn't that bad in terms of concepts and ideas.
Yeah. I think that's like the nail on the head. The concept is really cool, and I feel like they didn't quite land it.
That's all sci-fi to me, though. It's like,
all sci-fi?
Almost all sci-fi has a good concept. And
I suppose.
I did find it lacked suspense.
Okay.
Yeah. The special effects were passable.
Yeah. It's true.
They weren't bad, but it was average at best.
Yeah.
Like I said, the acting was good, but that can only get you so far.
Yeah.
And when a script is...
Okay, so my question is, where did it go downhill for you? Like, when were you like, I'm not enjoying this anymore? Or was there ever a point where you're like, I'm interested, and then there was a point where you're like, I don't care anymore?
Yeah, I think I was interested the first half hour,
okay,
maybe 45 minutes.
Okay.
And again, like, it had some cool elements. I liked, because Natalie Portman and Oscar Isaac's characters are married in this, and they
way more chemistry than Natalie Portman and Anakin. Am I right? Am I right?
Yes, but no. So they do a lot of flashbacks with them. I really like those, actually.
Yeah.
And there's this one thing that I actually just appreciated. It's just a little thing, but at one point he says that same cheesy line you've heard a million times in movies, where like, oh, but you know, if I'm away and you're away and we're looking at the stars, you'll know that we're looking at the same thing. And instead of like that actually working as a romantic line, she totally makes fun of him, and I was like, okay, you know what? I like this. I like how they're taking a more realistic direction to romance and to couple life. That's the thing. It wasn't terrible. It's just like I said.
Yeah. Fell flat for you.
Very mediocre.
Yeah.
Very.
That's what the ending where I find.
I don't want to see it again.
Yeah. I don't either.
I don't want to. I'm gonna forget this movie, I feel, in like 5 years.
That's so sad. I wanted to like it so badly.
I want to like almost all movies I see.
I know.
Like we've said, it has good elements. Was there anything else you liked about it that maybe I'm missing?
Let me think about
the last 20 minutes were terrible.
Yes, that's where, for me, that's actually where it goes downhill. I actually liked it up until then.
Okay, maybe my problem is that it's just too
underwhelming.
Too subpar, but not bad enough that I can like enjoy how bad it is. Very strong potential that just isn't well executed in my opinion.
Yeah.
And
that sucks.
Wah, wah.
Oh, I wanted to love it.
If you're gonna Marvel the Matrix this thing, that's our scale where basically Marvel's the absolute worst, Matrix is the best.
Yep.
Where would this land?
The Hobbit.
Okay.
Yeah. I wanted to love The Hobbit. It's based off of a book that is beloved. And I know it's not sci-fi, but it's it's a movie that had fallen quite short of everyone's expectations. I feel disappointed like I did with The Hobbit. How's that?
Yeah. I'm going to give this Dreamcatcher. So
I remember that. Yes, I did.
I'm surprised, but okay. It's a Stephen King adaptation. Had a good cast.
Yeah.
Had a lot of interesting elements. I remember watching that movie and first of all wanting to like it, and then liking some of it. You know, it had a decent amount of intrigue and. At the end of the day,
who remembers Dreamcatcher?
Exactly. It is what it is.
Yeah, that's probably a better rating than what I gave it, because it's like, who remembers that? And that's what this movie is gonna be.
Anything else to add?
No, I don't think so. I think we covered it. Well, okay. Do you recommend it?
No. I don't recommend it.
There's no one you think that would like it.
Yeah, no, I'm sure there will be those who like it.
Yeah.
But this isn't like how I felt with Blade Runner. Blade Runner, I said I didn't love, but I appreciated a lot about it.
Yeah.
And I can look back at Blade Runner and say, like, this is, even though I don't...
Fantastic?
Well, you'll say fantastic. I'll say it's a good movie.
Fantastic?
I'll say it's a good movie, you know? Whereas I can't say for myself that it was fantastic.
Yeah.
This, I don't think anyone
is going to say it's fantastic.
Yeah.
No.
I would actually rewatch Blade Runner.
I have it. We can watch it together after this.
Perfect. I'll be more entertained
let's go watch Blade Runner today.
Rewatching Blade Runner 2049 than I would be watching Annihilation the first time.
Alrighty.
Yeah. Unfortunately. These things happen.
What you gonna do?
I'll tell you what you're going to do. Subscribe to the channel.
Like it.
Yeah, like the video. Share the video. And, that's it for this week, and we'll be seeing you soon. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, no problem. Anytime.
Perfect.